VO2 Max intervals are like the Kanye West of interval because they're harder, they're going to make you better, faster and stronger. See yourself out. Hi, it's Chris and we are back at Keighley Track for week 5 of our 5 and 10k tune-up. This week we are starting our VO2 Max intervals. These are going to be hard intervals, run just above 5k race pace, and they're going to work our VO2 Max, which is our body's ability to make use of oxygen that we're breathing in. So it's going to just pay dividends for all of our running from 5k all the way up to ultra marathon, whatever it is you want to do. Everybody should be doing some VO2 Max intervals. So this week we are going to be doing 3 times 5 minutes at our VO2 Max pace, and that is going to be quite tough because it's a tough interval to do, but just like with our reps, we want to run it at a pace where our first interval is the same speed as our last interval. If we can't do the last interval, then we may as well have not done it if we can't do it at the same pace. So we want to make sure that we measure our effort and that although it's going to be tough, it's manageably hard. So why do we do 5-minute VO2 Max intervals? Well, because it takes your body 2 minutes at your VO2 Max pace to get to the point where you are using the maximum amount of oxygen. So if you do a 3-minute interval, 2 minutes of that is just you getting up to your VO2 Max pace, and then you'll get 1 minute where you're actually working your VO2 Max. You're working at or just below your VO2 Max. If you do a 4-minute interval, you're going to get 2 minutes at VO2 Max. If you do a 5-minute interval, you're going to get 3 minutes at VO2 Max. So you take 2 different workout sessions, one where you do 5 3-minute intervals. It's going to take you 2 minutes each interval to get to your VO2 Max, and then you're going to get a minute from each of those intervals. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes at your VO2 Max from 15 minutes of running total at that pace. Compare that to 3 5-minute intervals. Each of those 3 intervals is going to take 2 minutes to get to VO2 Max, and then 3 minutes at VO2 Max. So we're going to get 9 minutes at or just below our VO2 Max. So we're gaining 4 minutes of work at the right level for the same amount of time. It's still going to be 15 minutes of actual effort. When we're training, we always want to be getting the maximum benefit from the least amount of work. We run our VO2 Max intervals only just above 5k race pace. We don't want to go faster. Don't run with any ego, because if you run at VO2 Max, your body will be using the maximum amount of oxygen. That's the system that we're working. If you run faster than that, and you can't use any more oxygen, it's not going to work it anymore, so you're working hard for no reason. So run at or just below your VO2 Max, get the maximum benefit from the least amount of work. When we're running our VO2 Max intervals, we want to make sure that we're fully recovered for each one. So we're going to take 1 minute less of rest for every minute that we run. So if we do a 5-minute interval, we're going to take 4 minutes really easy jog or even walk rest, so our heart rate gets back down to normal and we're ready to go with our next interval just as hard as we went with the first one. Okay, let's finish off warming up and get going with the session. Okay, and let's take a look at my form. You can see that I am driving my knee forwards, not up. I'm trying to float the knee in front of me. I'm also driving my elbows back, and I'm trying to make a triangle with my upper arm, my forearm, and my back. I'm trying to think tall, and I'm imagining that there's a piece of string pulling me up that's attached to the top of my head. My back is mostly straight with a little bit of a bend at the bottom. Something to work on. And that's it. 3 times 5 minutes at our VO2 Max pace. Really tough towards the last one. I might have done a cheeky extra 4th interval. That was really, really tough. But you don't need to do that in your training. Just do the 3 times 5. Making sure that you're still hitting that same pace for the last interval, pushing all the way through. First 2 minutes that I got going to feel too bad, and then 2 minutes, that's when you get to your VO2 max, so it's going to start to hurt, and you just got to keep pushing through. If you get to the end and you're having to slow down, you've gone too fast. So great session. We've got quite a lot of stuff to look forward to. We've got the race 2 of the Harrogate District Summer Racing League coming up on 31st of May. And before then, we're going to hit Manchester 10K. One of my favourite races. Really flat, really fast. I should be starting quite near the front with the club runners, hopefully tagging onto the back of the, I'll say sub-elites, because there's no way I'm keeping with an elite, and seeing if we can set a PB. A couple of years ago I ran 32, 53 there. I came close to that last year, so this year let's see how close we can get again. Okay, finish this warm down. Always make sure you warm down, and I'll see you next time. Peace, love and veggies.